Hello, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh, and I'm not showing me because I'm sitting here sweating to death, desperately trying to clean this place up a bit and find my wallet. And I pose the question that I have today: why are customer service people so incompetent, and why don't they listen to you? Now, I have an ulcer. Actually, I have 2 ulcers, and I may well have 3. A number of years ago, my doctor gave me the medication to kill off the H. pylori in my stomach, which causes ulcers. It was cured. And I've had haters say I shouldn't hate my mother. Well, one reason I didn't like my mother and hated her in some ways was she was never happy with anything I did and constantly criticized me. One month I went in for a visit with Kathy, and I was happy I lost 26 pounds, and my mother saw me, made a rude comment, and I lit into her for about an hour. I blew my stack, and she laughed at me. And I left. I stomped out, and you cannot understand this unless you had a domineering Jewish mother, and there are other domineering mothers in the world. And she asked Kathy to stay, and she said, "Why? You just gave my boyfriend a ration of crap for an hour." "No, I'm not staying." Kathy left. But I digress. I have called the pharmacy here. I've called the emergency room. And I've talked to 3 nurses at my ENT doctor. And none of them get it. Over-the-counter, generic, whatever you call it, Prilosec doesn't work on my acid reflux. Now, I read a thing this morning. There's other things you can get that are non-prescription, like licorice and other things. I don't know if those work or not. But I've told them repeatedly, do not prescribe me this stuff. It's something like omeprazole. It doesn't work. It's generic for Prilosec. Nothing over-the-counter works on me. So last week I got taken to the emergency room. I went to the emergency room, for the reflux that went on for 2 days nonstop. They gave me a GI cocktail and they prescribed Acifex. But the problem is the state of California has Anthem, Blue Cross, Blue Shield for people on disability, and they, out of course, deny everything that's not covered. Your doctor has to ask for a prior authorization, and then they'll give it to you. So I call up the nurse today, and that nurse tells me that the prescription is ready at Walmart. And I call up the Walmart, and what did they give me? Lo and behold, omeprazole, which I had sitting in the jar for a year in my bathroom because I took it for 2 weeks. It did nothing to stop the reflux, and I finally threw it in the damn garbage. This happens all the time. I called back, got this nurse. She said, let's move ahead 6 times. Move forward, not move ahead. And she said, you're repeating yourself. I said, well, you don't understand. When I say don't do something, I expect it not to be done repeatedly. And it's getting done repeatedly. And what I usually wind up doing at that point is call the chancellor's office at UC, talk to someone there. They get patient services, and then after I wait a week and am in pain, patient services gets a hold of the doctor, and then the doctor gets the medicine I need prescribed. I go through this circus constantly. And people wonder why I don't get anything done. Because I'm lying there in pain, or I'm sitting there in pain, and when you're in so much pain that you're screaming, you can't get cleaning done or videos or anything else. This whole attitude drives me crazy, though. It's like they don't listen. They just do what they want or they hear selectively. I get this all the time from other customer service places, too. And the most annoying thing of all, other than this, is when they promise to call you back, because they go on the hated voicemail, and you sit here for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and no calls. And I've had to go to patient services and complain about that. I'm not being called back. And then finally, lo and behold, I get a call back. And the last thing a separate issue. Curtis the Mud King and I have settled our problem. There was a misunderstanding, and he said it's very hard to do a live video cast with people, and he can understand that. So I have no issues with Curtis the Mud King. And I just got told by Misha that they talked kindly of me on the Gabcast, which has to be a first. All right, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great day. And I'm going quietly nuts because I can't find my wallet, which I had last week when I went to Safeway or the emergency room. I can't remember. Bye-bye for now.